If you were to take somebody who grew up playing pop rock music in a garage in the Northeast and moved to Nashville and started to see how well a song can hit when it's crafted at its best. And that's what I see in Nashville is people that can just craft the song and you can see the whole thing and you fall in love with the story and then they say the hook and it like just hits you in the chest. Um, I would say my music sounds like somebody's trying to learn how to do that. Um, so, in a sense, I guess that's what makes it a country song. But really, I'm a Yankee, so it gets a little bit complicated. I think my influences are mostly come from relationships. Whether that's just whether it was a relationship in the past that didn't work out, or one in the present you're trying to figure out, and that could be with a person or with God. Those tend to be the most powerful songs for me. But as I've gotten older, and I guess as I've been away from home, I grew up in Pittsburgh. I felt really inclined to write more songs about where I'm from. It just kind of helps me remember who I am and what's important to me. So some kind of hodgepodge of those, but there's a lot of relationships, a lot about where I'm from, and things I'd like to see. Dreams I have. A lot of times, a song is kind of the inception of this certain kind of hope you have or the dream you have, and you can kind of keep going back to that song to remember what you're after. Yeah, I don't really think of it as two different careers. Being a songwriter and an artist, for me. I've just learned it's the same thing. It's really hard to compartmentalize. When I wake up every day and try to write a song the best I can, and they tend to be better when I'm thinking about how I would sing it, or kind of coming from my own life experiences. And so I try not to get ahead of the song and as far as where it should be and who should sing it. Sometimes it's a song for me, and sometimes it's for ABC country artists. But for me, it's kind of streamlined into one thing, and then we kind of sort out who the songs belong to later. I've written for Kelly Pickler and Jake Owen and Dirk Bentley, Ben Rector, and have a song that Josh Turner recorded that I'm really hoping comes out soon. Writing Riser was an awesome moment for me, and it really felt like my first Music Row success story. I was writing with this guy, Travis Meadows, who's twice my age, 3 times the life experience. He brought up this idea of writing a song called Survivor. And I was like, well, that's a hefty title. Destiny's Child pulled it off. It's going to be tough. But he was kind of singing from this deep well of his life experiences, and I actually stopped him and said, man, I don't think I can write this song. I love everything you're doing, but I just don't feel like I've survived enough, or I'm not qualified to write this song. And he stood up and threw the pad down and said, Moakler, I was saving this for you because you're so damn optimistic. I need you on this. So I sat back down, and he's one of my heroes, so I totally listened to him, and that song poured out. And I guess it's probably a mix of my hopefulness and optimism and his grit and just what he's been through that made it the song that it is. And I think the Nashville sound is less about the sound sonically and more about a song, which I think it has always been. I think one thing that separates Nashville music from other genres of music is the just the quality of the song and the way it's valued. I haven't been all over the world, but a few places I've been, there's not a lot of times where you can just get a singer and a guitar and they can sing a song and move a whole crowd. To me, that's what the Nashville sound is. Rather Make a Living is a song of mine based on true events. My friend Andrew Ripp and I, we went on our first ever West Coast tour, which is kind of a big deal for us. This was a few years ago. And we played 7 shows in 7 days and drove down the coast in a car we rented. And we had so much fun. And some people came out to the shows. We were shocked. But at the end of the tour, we added up our profits and realized we'd made $14, which we then split two ways, which for those of you doing the math out there, it was $1 a day, which just has a nice ring to it. But it was one of those moments we both just laughed so hard and realized we would do it again. And it's kind of one of those moments I go back to. Just you realize you do this because you love it and not because it pays the bills. Thank God it does somehow, but it's really a blessing to do something you love. So that's what that song's about.
Drove out to California, played for $1 a day, to sing my songs while a few sang along was worth more than what I got paid. But I got this crazy feeling everything's gonna work out right. The odds are stacked, but I won't look back. I'm not going down without a fight. I would rather make a living just being myself. Rather make a living being myself than a killing being someone else. Someone else. I could trade this guitar for a tie wrapped around my neck, grab a 401k, rent would never be late. I could cash my dreams for some check. No, rather make a living just being myself. Rather make a living being myself than a killing being someone else. Sometimes it ain't clear where to go without a ladder to climb or a path to follow. Ooh yeah, but these dreams won't let me go. Yeah. Oh. Rather make a living, yeah, rather make a living, rather make a living, 'cause you can't call it living if it's someone else. Rather make a living just being myself. Rather make a living being myself than a killing being someone else. Someone else. I'd rather make a